Hey, folks. I didn't do my pre-speak clearing of the throat there, so that just happened. Welcome back, folks. Hope everybody is having an awesome hump day here on a Wednesday night. And it is definitely time for a little game time. And guys, this is one of those that I've been asked to do a tutorial on some time ago, so again, apologies for getting these out late. But yeah, here we go with some more cable car action. And as soon as I get the technical stuff side of things going on here, I'll be able to dive into the actual build. And I just realized I forgot my water. Testing, testing. Alright, we're hot. Excellent. Hey, Toby Fox, what is up? New haircut. Kinda, sorta. It's just freshly showered, so it looks a little bit different. But yeah, I'm probably due, you know. I don't like it when I can pull on the sides. Yeah, that's not okay. So, especially now that we got warm weather coming. Yeah, we're going to have to get on that. And wow, my chat window is very small. I wonder why. Oh, that's much better. Wow. That really blew it up. Yeah, before it was like I needed a magnifying glass to see. I don't know what I did to make it do that. Like, it just kind of started in one day, yesterday. Alright, just bear with me here, guys, while I figure this out. It's still not right. What in the heck? Okay, well, tiny letters it is until I figure out exactly how I got it broken in the first place. So that could be time before that's sorted out. I will be right back. And then, guys, we're going to dive right in. Alright. Now we can begin. So I'll do a real quick intro here. Make sure I clear my throat this time. Oh, 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 oh. I'm good. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again, and guys, it's time for the upper station here on our cable car build. And this is going to be a bigger build, so I'm going to try to more or less replicate what you see here so you can see the building steps. And guys, there's a lot of like the devil's in the details on this one. For example, the fireplace, that's actually a fully functional fireplace, believe it or not. And just to kind of show you from the outside, you can actually walk into that chimney and go down the chimney and land on the campfire. So yeah, when I say like fully functional fireplace, I was not underselling. So anyway, again, I'll try to, replicate this build as best as I can, because some of these aesthetics are very cool. I've been asked about them pretty frequently. Some of it's pretty vanilla, but, at the same time, there is some detail here. So folks, without any further ado, let's build. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and do something very similar here. The difference is, because of physics changes, this doesn't park like where it's supposed to anymore. So the doors don't line up right now, and that's because this tire here used to clear this hump. So yeah, this tire right here, it just doesn't do that anymore. So again, something's changed in the game and it just won't allow it now. And it actually worked out because it kind of pushed the vehicle into this little opening, and it was like a perfect parking brake. So, since that stopped working, I had to devise like a new way to brake the vehicle at the top here. So I'll show you that as well. But yeah, guys, ramp tire is super important. All the aesthetics, I'll show all the building steps for all this stuff. And the difference is also going to be on the other side. I have this mounted into the actual mountain peak itself. So this here, there's not going to be an apparatus like this unless, I place the station somewhere else. But I've already kind of showed the building steps for this in a prior stream, so it's going to be different, but same. Alright guys, let's get back over here to our build site. Now I made a big boo-boo a couple of streams ago with the spacing to make sure the platform was where it was going to be I wanted it to be. And yeah, I can already tell I'm going to have to rip these trees out, sadly. That one for sure. This one most likely. This one, absolutely. So that's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. Maybe I'll push the station back into this little nook. And I'll leave, some of that vegetation and just run the carriage through and see if it even hits any of those trees. Because if they can stay, how awesome would that be? Alright, so anyway, getting back to station platforms, guys. This is the end of the cable. So, how do I really want to anchor this into the stone here? I don't really know. I just know that I needed to make sure that it stopped far enough back to where like the bottom corner of the carriage wasn't going to start slamming into stone. So this might not even be far enough back. I might have to put like a stopper out around here somewhere. Not only that, you want to make sure you've got some room for platform. And, assuming the vehicle hangs down to about here, so that's just not much space here for platform anyway. That's even if the vehicle can clear this. So yeah, that's just kind of an anchor. And I might just go ahead and finish that off. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep that. I just built them there, so something was holding it up on this end. But, yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and finish that off and leave it for now. I can change it later if I so desire. And go ahead and snap that sucker in all the way down. Nice and... uh-oh. Another object is in the way. Well, see, that just ruins my whole day. Unless there's something stupid here, like... No? Huh! Okay, I'm not sure what it's... I haven't built over here yet, so, like... That shouldn't be happening. There is another idea. This sometimes works, depending on where that blockage is. Okay, so maybe we'll just leave it like that. If I really wanted to fill that in further, I could try. Well, what do you know? Oh, whoops, I did that totally wrong. Okay, well, nobody'll know, right? Because this isn't a live stream and nobody saw that. You know what? That's going to keep me awake tonight. Why don't I just go ahead and fix it now? I have these little afterthoughts. Alright, so anyway, that's how I guess I work around whatever it thinks is in the way there. I kind of want to do that all the way over to the side too. Just to give it that aesthetic that it's nice and filled in. So it's just one of many ways of doing something like that. And why not just go ahead and cap it off all nice and flush-like. I could even put some funny decor up there. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, getting back, you know, to the vehicle hanging down a ways and station and all that. I'm going to try to bunch this up to the trees, but park it as far forward as I think I can get away with. And honestly, given how far that's going to hang down, and I'll show you spacing on that. So I'll just kind of pick a random spot there. We'll do 2 long and a short stack. What do they call that when you're eating pancakes? A tall stack and a short stack, right? What's up, Joker? Maybe you can answer my pancake question. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, make sure there's enough room down here for the underneath wheels, you know, for the brake. And I think that'll give me room to park the vehicle and just a little bit of platform here to play with. So I have probably just found my spot. It's called Delicious Either Way. You are not wrong. Okay, so right about there, I'm guessing is about the stopper there for front of vehicle. So now I probably already forgot all the steps for the spacing. Actually, I kind of sorted it. It was like 7 and 9 or something. Or 8 and 9. No, it was 7, 8, 9. Because I remember telling the joke, why was 10 afraid of 7? So it was like 7 spaces on one side, 8 going forward, and 9. What is 7 and 9? Is that even number? 7 and 9 is 16. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. So that was a lot of math. I know, it's late at night. And the 7 side is the side... So I'm going to do that in backwards order. It'll be 7 on this side, 8, and then 9. And reason being is because, remember, the vehicle swing goes this way. So you need the more pegs on the side where the vehicle swing is. Why do I keep pushing that button? I know that's not the right button. But I do it anyway. Okay, so what is that? Centered there. Okay, so 8 pegs. This should be an 8x that I'm about to use. So now I should be able to put that right on the front here as a spacer. Two odds always make it even. Okay, gotcha. Is that like two double negatives makes it right? I think I just overthought that. Okay, guys, so this is going to be the hole. The giant hole in the platform. So let's see, I need to come over. Oh, wow. I think it's from the pillar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then that should be my doohickey for the thingamabob. And then on the other side, so I'm just putting that there to keep it for spacing. Okay, so now this side I'm going to do the same thing but the other way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this will start the other side of the platform. If I did all that right, that'll fit perfect when the vehicle comes up. If I didn't do that, geez, I can't even talk right now. If I didn't do that right, it'll break builds, it'll crash, it'll be glorious. And I cannot see a thing. Let's go ahead and light up the world, shall we? I'll put these under build so we don't have to deal with, you know, smoke. Actually, that's probably a problem. Ouch! That just happened. Okay, so that's grounded. That's the other side of the platform here. So now I should be able to get rid of my spacers. And I now have the surface I need. And the head of the station, I'll probably do something a little bit different. I might put some stairs here because of, you know, I like to take advantage of the natural terrain here. So this might be a stairs situation. Three lefts make a right. I like it. And that is not untrue. 3 lefts make a right. I've actually never heard that one before. So wow, you're up late. Surprisingly, I started on time tonight. Alright folks, so as far as the station goes here, you know, depending on which way you want to try to maybe make it even, it doesn't really matter since I got the mountain here to my left. I might just go ahead and do even with that. But I really can't see the grain right now, like that's tough to see. But again, I might do some kind of staircase up here and kind of bring this up. So it'll be above the vehicle in a sense. I can make like a little lookout platform up there. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But okay, yeah, my brains are already hatching tons of babies here. So I'm probably going to want this once again to be a double wide. I think I did a double wide on the other side. And that's just to kind of limit numbers of builds, you know, how tall and massive this thing's going to be. I wanted it to have a decent amount of real estate, but not be sort of foreboding. Okay, it looks like I went 3 builds. So if I'm going to replicate this, I'll do the same 3 by 3 there. So this is definitely a wider station than the grasslands. Oh, I got you, Joker. Well, hey, if I don't see you again, have a good night. Hope you have a good end of your work week there. Alright, so So from here I should be able to ditch the spacer column. I thought I was going to ride that down like a snowboard. Okay, so 3 builds wide. I really can't see. Oh, there we go. That lit up my world. Okay, so there's my 3 by. Okay, so I'm gonna want to go 1, 2. I think it's 3 builds back. I went one too far there. Oh, that's not gonna fly. Not in my backyard. That was going to be keep me up at night territory, so no way, Jose. I feel like I'm playing chess right now without the chess pieces. Okay, so there is my basic platform, excuse me, basic loading platform ledge there. And I want to say that's about right. I'm going to have to go back now because I remember there's a spacer of 8 there. So like, I might have to go back one more floor build here after all. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our vehicle. For 1, I want to see how it clears the trees here. For 2, I want to make sure I can park it, you know, where that stopper's going to stop it before I get too far into the actual build. So this is kind of like the dry run, so to speak. You know, you want to make sure it's measured right before you actually build the room and then realize you didn't measure it right. So Joker can tell you a little something about that versus drywall. Yeah, thanks, Joker. Will do. You do the same. Oh, yeah, I did some modifications, by the way, to the lower station. I didn't, quote-unquote, finish it by any means. I just started going a little bit bonkers with different decor, and I really liked the idea of having, like, a viewing area. I don't know, I wanted to do more with this underneath part, and I just kept, you know, building things, breaking them down, building things, breaking them down. So I just kind of went with a simple bench and stairs idea. And then, yeah, I really went to town over here. I really just wanted something that would pop. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Mario mushroom thing that I got built here. It was better in my mind, and then I put it into the world, and it was not good. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Alright. So yeah, I don't know, again, just, you know, like a viewing platform, but I just thought it would be cool to have a little, I don't know, bar, restaurant, bar stools, something here, in addition to the benches. Watch the vehicle kind of come and go. I did some more aesthetics too with like lights, some of the new stuff in the game, very cool. I really wish we had these when we did our go-kart track, so we wouldn't have had to use washers and dryers for red lights and green lights, but you know, you do what you got to do. So anyway, yeah, just kind of silly stuff like that. I was experimenting and trying the different lighting and whatnot, but the main thing was just the viewing platform down there. So anyway, enough of showing that. Let's go ahead and get to the top. It's going to be a second here. I think we gotta flip the switch at least 4 times. Maybe 5. Been a while since I've made the journey. And hey, when are we gonna get the thrusters that stay on indefinitely? Okay, that's 4 flips of the switch there, so it ain't just gonna be 5 neither. Because I'm already about to hit 5. Looks like maybe lucky number 7. Okay, there's 6. Okay, I'm gonna go real slow into that platform area so I don't just, you know, trash a bunch of builds. But here we go. Here's the test of the trees. Well, that failed. Okay, so that tree's definitely got to go. And apparently so do all the other ones. That's a big boob. Okay, well. Yeah, by the looks of it, it was going to wreck the next 2 trees as well. It was funny, right after I got done saying, I'm going to go super slow so I don't wreck... It pretty much happened just like that, too. Okay, so it hits that tree, too, on the side. Sadly, I think we're going to have to let it go. Stay. It wants to so bad. Okay, I think we nailed it that time. Ouch. Okay, there should be a little sprout. Yep, there's our sprout. Bye-bye, little sprout. Okay, thankfully I can remove these trees. See, I should have tested this long before I even wanted to build a station here. Can the trees be ripped out permanently? Because sometimes the game like hiccups and thinks it's like ground you cannot dig through, like stone or something. So yeah, actually I'm going to leave that one. I want to see what it looks like if I try to plow through this. Uh-oh. Okay, good. I should probably put that wall back on. And for the life of me, I can't remember what wall build that was now. Double window, probably. Double window. Gotta have our windows. Come on. Okay, I think we got that in. Alright, let's see what happens here. Test run. Okay, so it hits it, but yeah, it damages. Okay, that's sad. Sad but true. We gotta get rid of it. Awesome! Ouch. That's twice I've taken fall damage in one stream. Wonder how high that number will get to tonight. I'm gonna make a prediction and say... 17. Which means I only have 15 left. Boy, when I put it like that, that might not be enough. Alright, anyway, now we got the foliage out of the way. Sadly, you know, oops. Wow, I almost did it again. Now, one thing I need to do in the front of the vehicle is get the tires. Big boys, not the little ones. We need the big ones. And I might have already had them on here, but you know, I might have broken them off when I popped. Or not popped, but broke that front build. Whoops, that is not on right. Stand by. I need to be able to see the thingamahoozy. thingamabobber. Is that is that politically correct anymore? Alright, so yeah, those tires are going to serve several purposes. But again, that's mainly for station parking. So again, I'll go real slow here, guys. And hopefully not trash builds as I go to park at the top. Oh no. Did I not measure right again? Man, I am way off on those. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what I did wrong. That measurement was correct, but that's not correct for the front. That's correct for the back. So, yeah, I need to rectify that situation ASAP. Hopefully I can find a spot here where I won't be fusing anything. Something still doesn't feel right. Bear with me here while I try to remember what I did. Yeah, I think this is right. Okay, now before I do anything else, I want to count the platforms. 1, 2, 3. So, okay, yes, I had that right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so go down 2 long, 1 short. And again, make sure you're not within fuse range here. Make sure there's at least a couple of pegs spacing, you know, before you start putting builds like I'm doing. And then, yeah, so you can see that needs to come down considerably. Matter of fact, let me see how much farther down. I might just be able to kind of do a quick fix maneuver here. You know what, just for the tutorial here, I'm going to do this the right way. So now everything I've already done is the same. And here I need to be real careful with fuse dangers here. And I'm going to count that 8 spaces going forward this time, like this. So instead of placing that other dummy build, I'll just pop this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that should be where that needs to be. And just eyeballing this thing. Looks like I got the spacing right. So yeah, definitely a bonus there. Okay, so yeah, new platform needs to go down at this level. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Whoops. Ouch. That's 3. Okay, so there's the new 3x. And that's grounded now, so I should be able to knock this out. Actually, no, I don't really need to. I'll just go ahead and do this a little bit more fluidly. Okay, so with this... So now I'm just going to kind of have to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where that guy goes. And then there's the new blueprint, if you will. Okay, I think that goes that way. Once again, I cannot see a thing. Yeah, I got lucky on that one. Okay, we can dig all this up now. That's no longer needed. Funny, I didn't get on last week. Honestly, last Wednesday, my son and I were just hanging out, just having a good old time. I think we were playing some OG Fortnite or something, can't really remember. But, yeah, it was like midnight. Or 1 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, he's like, okay, you know, it's late enough, I need to go to bed. And, I was like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. Yeah, totally forgot about the stream. It didn't even enter my mind the entire night. Like, wow, how does that happen? I say it all the time, guys. It's so much fun being me. Alright, so a new station. Now I should be able to punch that up because that's grounded. Excellent. And then I think I lined that up already, but again, just to make sure the count is correct, I'll do this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. I have to count that again because I needed to flip it. So yeah, it looks like those are just snap points. Okay. Oh, look at that. Whole piece of roof is missing. I'm not sure I even noticed that. Where are my green roofs? Oh, that's not a big one. There we go. Okay, now I can clearly tell the roof is going to clear that. So yeah, it looks like I'm in business here. The one thing that I'm a little bit confused about is... I must have broken this out 3 spaces up. So let's go ahead and finish the first platform. So this is 1, 2, 3, but this one doesn't count. This was just the spacer. I think that one doesn't count. But that campfire's sticking up too high. That's weird. Normally when you put the campfires underneath, like, it lights up the tops too. But that seems pretty shadowed. I just was not seeing that one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this should be able to be the new front. Just like so. Which means I can probably just go ahead and rip this whole thing down. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Well, stand by. I won't do that just yet. I'll use it for spacing. Right there, right? Yeah, that's it. I don't feel like I'm playing chess anymore. Now I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Ooh, look at me with the quickness. No more fall damage here, folks. Alright, hopefully now I can say we've got the upper platform built. As long as I didn't make any more boo-boos here. Now that spacer might not, might need to be adjusted. I'm gonna go in real slow and steady here. Make sure I'm not going to wreck any builds. Okay, we're definitely going to have to move the bumper. Ooh, look at that, guys. Oh yeah, that's about where we need it. Okay, now I'm about an entire foundation piece too far forward. It's okay if this hangs back just a little bit, so I'll show you what I mean by foundation piece. A little bit 4x. So yeah, it's going to come back a couple of pegs, but that's okay. So in other words, I'm not going to put the bumper right here. I want that to be 4 pegs back from here. So I'm going to put this down as a spacer and pray that nothing fuses. You know what? I'm not going to put that down as a spacer because something might fuse. So I'm going to put it back one and just remember there's an extra one in between. Ah! I'm getting better at that. Look out, world. I can park my cable car. Yeah, we'll get rid of that and the marker. And just for a little extra security, just in case something, breaks here. That spidey sense is tingling, guys, like I've been here before. See, I'm gonna find like center point to that platform and ground it. Really? 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 Alright, that's filled in. It sucks having to place the extra builds just to make it look right. I don't know what the game keeps thinking is under these rocks, but whatever it is, it does not like it. Alright, so anyway, this is grounded now, so yeah, just in case this were to break out, I know we're squared away on that at least. And let's go ahead and let it park. And the test here is to make sure the front doesn't slam. Okay, it does not. Beautiful. Oh no, I forgot the bumper tires? Where's the bumper tires? Oh, I forgot to put the bumper tires on this vehicle. I thought that was a little noisy when it parked. I was like, wow, that made noise. Yeah, it sure didn't. Wow, gummy. These are absolutely crucial. Now, that's really tough to see. I'll show you from the back side here exactly what we did there. So these tires go on a little bit differently than these tires. These tires we could kind of squeeze in a little more snug because of the way, you know, they're higher than the track. But up here, they're into the track. So that's why the difference. Not only that, this isn't, you know, complete yet. We have to kind of hang this down a little bit so that more of that tire hits hardened surface. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now since I'm talking about it. And this might be a little overkill. I'm going to see what that looks like when it parks. Matter of fact, I might be able to make this whole thing lower profile too while I'm at it. Yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, well, that didn't work out, did it? Squeak! Come back! Okay, so yeah, maybe I need the higher build up there after all. Okay, did I break anything? I'll take a quick inventory. I don't see any materials on the floor, so yeah, I think we're straight. Alright, I just had like a brain baby. Stand by, I want to try something. That looks pretty dope. Let's try that. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. Okay, nice and cushioned. Ish. But I don't think that's going to be such a problem when I have the underneath, you know, the station wheels going. Because that's going to slow it down right before it hits that bumper. Please stay there. Nuts. I'm not gonna find that spot, am I? Oh, so close! Okay, well, I guess I just have a few seconds to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I can actually come back about an 8 peg space there. So yeah, my spacing still isn't exactly right. But I think the height is right. That's another thing I wanted to test here, is the height right. And assuming that stays up there where it, you know, it's supposed to be, then the answer is ish. So I think I need to move the bumper farther back. Ooh, got it. That's right. I forgot. When I was measuring that before, I didn't have the tires on. So yeah, we would be off by about that much. I was like, wait a minute, something is amiss. And I'm going to find a way to try to lessen that bounce at the top, because I notice when it parks and it really hits good, it's trying to lift and bounce, which that's going to happen because you need, you know, a strong amount of thrust to get the vehicle up here. But I think we can tone that down just a little bit. Yikes. Okay, so wow, those tires are like 6x. So we need to peg off the cable. Let's try right about there. So it's going to come in one peg from the ends. And we might need to lower those. Yeah, we could stand to lower those an entire foundation piece. So right now I got those about halfway. Yeah, see how it's nice and snug in there? There was no bounce. So now I'm going to try to ram that into the station, you know, full speed. And make sure that that is going to hold it good. Oh, ouch! Okay, well that's a no-go. This is the process, guys. See, normally I'm doing this offline, you know, it's 3 in the morning, I'm getting upset and frustrated, and I'm just like, you know, maybe I should shut the game off. But no, this is fun. This is really fun. Like, really fun. And wow, I wrecked the entire front of that whole wheel assembly. Good thing I got like 3 more to look at. So it looks like I had an 8x floor piece. Sugi to the rescue. Yippers. Oh no, I gotta rip those wheels out. I'll have to put those back on when we're done. Okay, that should be golden. That should be golden. Right? Yeah. Go ahead and get your littles. And I'm going to bumper this one all the way forward. Wait a minute, that's not right. Otherwise the front wheel won't go on. Oh, it popped another tire. I'm seeing it now. Ooh. You know what? This isn't going to work. This vehicle's just too massive. I'm not going to lift that up with balloons. So in this case, what I have to do, and it's a little bit risky, so I'm going to put a couple of side rails on here to keep it on the cable. But what I'm going to do is put, like, some floor pieces or something to prop this thing up so these tires start coming up off the track higher and higher. And that's why we're going to need, like, the braces. So here, I'll show you that in a second. And I cannot believe that did all that damage. Ouch! Maybe I'll try... that next time. That's a half a foundation piece now higher than what it was. So hopefully that gives the tires more wiggle room to not, you know, get wedged in there too tight. Because, wow, that did a lot of damage. Alright, so anyway, getting back to the fix here. So I do need to pop out this bottom tire, because the point is, you know, to lift the vehicle up. So that's going to be in the way. And then, yeah, we'll just do a couple of floor builds here. So I like to use these little square type deals. And again, you know, with risking having issues here. And maybe I can take my torch out. That might help y'all see exactly what I'm doing here. Alright, so anyway. Yeah, we're going to make kind of like a car jack. So that's going to lift the vehicle up a little higher, these wheels here. But that's not going to be enough. So then, probably about here I'll start going too high. Okay, I should be safe with that. Now, parking it on these are going to be tough. Not going to lie. The vehicle's going to want to roll backwards, just by nature of... And you can already see it kind of like changing angle of attack. I thought I had it there. So what I might have to do is go behind it and put a stopper. Oh, sure, those tires will... Oh, no, wait. It's probably being held up by the others. So, yeah, I should probably put a stopper. Got it. I'm going to have to guess here. So I want those two tires on these. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 foundation pieces back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I counted that right, my wheels should now be on the jack. Well, looks like one of them is. But that might have gotten me what I needed here. And I need to look at the other ones just because I can't remember now how they were placed. Okay. I might have to rip out that little tire, that's right. That's probably not quite right. I'll try going back another one. Or two, possibly. One. Okay, let's see what happens here. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna get this. This is supposed to be Station 2. This is turning into how to fix the broken sky vehicle. Man, what is happening here? Oh, no wonder it's not all the way back. Okay. Now I should be able to get that tire in there. That's not right. Or is it? Those other two tires don't look right. Okay, it might have something to do with the way, you know, I put those extra platforms on there. Hopefully when I drop this whole thing, because it looks right according to this. It's matched to that. Yeah, the graphics on these other ones are just throwing me way off. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and release the Kraken. Probably a fitting name, given that it's got a green roof. I said the dreaded words. Oh, I'm getting so much better at parking this. Come on. Gotcha. And I need to be very careful. It's the only thing I don't like about, you know, having to jack the vehicle up. There is much margin for error here. Especially with the flying ability. Or a rubber band, you just never know what could go horribly, horribly wrong there. Alright guys, so the vehicle is fixed. Now I just need to... remember how I got the tires on the front? The front bumper tires? That's it. Maybe it was recessed back, so I could get that on there. Or maybe I had another build there. Heck, I can't remember. I must have had another build there. Maybe these have to go on first. That could be it. No. Oh, wait a minute. I bet this was it. Okay, if that's not perfectly right, that might have been forward one peg, you know, but honestly it's good enough for government work. I'm just going to go ahead and press here because that's not really what we're on stream for right now. So anyway, guys, again, I'm going to try to park this. Now, I know I've done this in the past, and it worked just fine. But, you know, if I can't ram this into the parking with this setup... And speaking of ramming, I should probably put that underneath support tire back on. Whoa, what was that? Huh. Okay, it was already maxed. So yeah, hopefully that'll keep it from jumping track or anything up here. Oh, got itself stuck. Okay, that might be better. That still gave it a little bit of a bounce, but it didn't... Yeah, see, it's still damaging. I'm not okay with that. It still damaged that build. See, okay, these are a no-go, apparently. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with the bounce at the top. Bounce to the ounce. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to post a speed limit here because apparently it's just a bit too much thrust for that type of stopper. Okay, anyway, that's that. Now I'll go ahead and do a soft park. So I'll just have to remember to slow it down before I park. I can't just let it rip. And see how my spacing's doing. Okay, good. Platform matches up. That is righteous. It is perfectly spaced. Yep. That's exactly where it needs to park. Okay, so in between that and that, got it. So what I need to do is I'm just putting this down for an eyeball spacer here. This is where the underneath ramp, quote-unquote ramp tires are going to go. And that's what these things are going to hug and keep it parked so it doesn't, want to roll back. But I need to space that right behind those big fluffy tires down there. So that's what I'm going to eyeball right now. And yeah, if the tires are right there, that should wedge that in just right. Sweet deal. Okay, and I'm going to actually center these so the way the vehicle is going to park. So it's going to be centered to this entire opening here. And I can do a real quick deal here. So now that's centered. And then not knowing how far this is going to be down, I'm going to put like guideposts. So this isn't going to count. This is just what the permanent structure is going to go to. So that's why I said this is just kind of for centering purposes right now. I'm going to ground this, but this will be ripped out here in a little bit. Okay, that should clear that just fine. Okay, there we go. So now once again I'm going to turn the vehicle on, and then I'm going to have to get down there kind of quickly because I'm limited here on time. And see about how much higher that needs to go for the tire mounts. Okay, so that's about too high by a foundation piece. Whoops. You know what, I'm going to put a parking brake up here so I don't have to keep fighting with this thing like... Try to do it as quickly as possible. Okay, so right now I'm just looking for the height. And another half piece might do it. So I might have gotten lucky and just guessed this one right. Okay, now I'm not going to place that because obviously there's fuse danger there. But what I will absolutely do is go to my wall pieces, and I'm going to use a little bit of a I don't know what they call these little 2x. So yeah, definitely go granite. And that should be the same height as our friend the pillar there. So I'm going to match that up. Come on. Really? There we go. Just like that, and center that, just like so. So now again, you know, we want all this stuff to be grounded. Then I'll go to half wall. Exact same size, just half of that. Now hopefully there's no fuse danger here because that's quite a bit higher up. Yeah, wow, I think I guessed this completely right. Now that looks like it's farther back, but remember, it's not resting on the front right now. So what I'm going to do is probably put these wheels starting out, you know, because again, we don't want it to kind of wedge itself in too tight. So I'll probably go ahead and put them like here, sticking off to the back side, just enough to kind of want to make it prop forward just a little bit, but again, not be wedged super tight. So I'm going to try to split the middle of the tire when I place these. And then that's about halfway up. So yeah, splitting the tire up and down, and then splitting the tire to the front of that wall build left and right. So splits all the way around. So as mentioned before, we can get rid of these. Whoops. And then I will go ahead and put another bumper down here. Just, you know, far enough to get the vehicle out of the way. Of course it's not going to move on its own. So yeah, I just need to get the tires installed to test the parking mechanism here. Alright, try to get my character's fat face out of the way. So there it is, that's our spacing. Pow! Go ahead and match that up on the other side. Alright, let's go ahead and ease it in there and see what happens. Now if this works, this will be parked right where we need it to be. Okay, that bounced off the tires, not over them. Okay, now that's flush with parking bumper. Okay, those tires need to go up higher, I can already see that. Actually, wait a minute. Part of the problem might be I don't have the side walls in. Hold that thought. What, I glaze right over it? Where's my favorites? My most favoritist wall in the whole wide world. Oh, it's an interior wall. That's right. Okay. Oh, problems. Fuse danger. Big problems. Okay, that should, you know, keep those tires where they belong. But yeah, those might have to go up a bit higher. Look, we're cooking rubber. Oh, wait a minute. Those tires might be too far apart. Yeah, simply put, I need to raise these tires a little bit. It wants to hold them, but it's not quite there. So I'm going to start with one floor piece, maybe two. I want to go one more, because I'm worried that the springing motion is pushing it back too far over the tires now as well. So I'm going to come back another peg there. So yeah, it's just unfortunately, guys, it's a lot of trial and error when you're putting ramp tires in. You just kind of got to look at it, you know, take a step back, gauge where it's at, keep trying until you get it right. Okay, that's split about halfway. I'll go ahead and match that. I think. Alright, we'll give that a go. Let's see where we're at. Nice and slow. See, no fall damage, but I didn't get down here quick enough to see what was up, so... Wow, those go right through it, don't they? Okay, maybe I do need to push those tires back forward one peg. Wow, why is this so hard for me to see tonight? I am not lining my tires up. Alright, that time, no, see, it's still too high. I really don't care as long as they match. Oops. Alright, that did it. Ooh, it wanted to catch that so bad. Oh, I really wanted to lift, too. Like, I don't like that. Honestly, I don't know why this isn't catching. On the other side, it works just fine. It could possibly be because I have a build in there, like a floor build or something to hook it. I'm gonna try raising these a peg. Alright, sorry guys, this is the grind though. This is the part that makes it all work. So, yeah, you might be here for a few minutes trying to get this part right. Okay, so you know, if that's touching floor, I can probably put a floor build like right in front of that there. Just to give it something to... Okay, no, not needed. So that was it. So hopefully you guys caught what I did there, because, again, that's what really matters. So now every time I park this vehicle, this is where it should come to full rest. And, it's not perfectly level. You know, I think what I meant to do is move the bumper back another block, which I forgot to do, but honestly that's easy because I can just space the tires below now with what I've got. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that just because I want this to be right. You know, we put a lot of work into this. And just to make sure that parking wasn't a fluke. Let's do that once or twice more. Well, that really wants to lift the track, doesn't it? That's, like, bad. Yeah, see, it didn't hold. Okay, I had the right idea there. I just want to go one peg, not two. It's like that. And just because I'm pretty confident I did this on the other vehicle, I am going to go ahead and put that floor piece down that I keep talking about. Bro with the view. Okay, just like that. And then that floor piece. Once again with the Sugi, but I'm not going to go the full length floor piece. I'm going to go like a shorter one. Because again, it can cause issues with tires and whatnot, which it already is. That's not awesome. I might have to rip the tires out, put the floor piece in first. Maybe I can try an even shorter one. Yeah, we'll see what that does. Okay, that might have it. Okay, that did it. See how that hooked? So that was probably more what the missing element was than anything. That floor build really helps to give it a surface to stop the wheels. And then, yeah, these are basically just to kind of pinch everything together. But, yeah, okay, I think we got it. Again, just to make sure this is right, I'm going to park it again. And I'd still like it to come back one floor build. Well, that tire really isn't hitting full stopper there, is it? This might be a better way to go. You know, I'm not sure I like all this hanging down here. There might be a better way to do this. And less builds, more importantly. Okay, that should connect with those. Okay, let's see where that puts the tires now. Okay, see, to me that looks like it might be a little bit better. Alright. So now again, getting back to the tires, you know, and this should be easy. It's already spaced right. We just need to basically move it back a foundation width piece, but everything else is going to be exactly the same. We might even have to raise it 2 pegs. Because remember, we're not just going back 1 foundation piece. We're going back and up 2 nudges. So that being said, this might be a lot easier to replace. Go ahead and get our vehicle out of the way as per the usual. Okay, I cannot see for the life of me now. Which wall piece is which? Oh, that's weird. I can't get a snap point on that other one. Maybe that's a full wall piece. Okay. So let's see. I need to come up an entire foundation piece. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, now that'll be as if I moved it back and nudged it up twice. That was kind of cool. Perfect. Okay, and I'm going to break all that out and just put another one of those right under there. Now I can break all the first ones out. Okay, and remember we had that tire 1 peg back. Just like that. I think. And yes, we did, but now it might be different. Because I had a 1 peg overhang on those 2 little floor pieces. So that would actually align that now with this column. Okay, theoretically, this should park. And it should be perfect. Let's go ahead and, you know, do the gentle approach first, make sure we're good. Oh yeah, that really wants to wedge in there. That is not going anywhere. So hopefully that's now pushing pressure on it, so it's always parked consistently in the same place. Which is the point, because you don't want to build your, you know, your gates, and you don't want to build all the, and you don't want to build, like, matching the doors up and stuff, unless you know exactly where that goes. So yeah, this is exactly where I want this vehicle parked. Now, why can we not get it out of here? Probably because I don't have enough return thrust. Or maybe we need a couple of underneath thrusters pointing down in the front end here. And that might not be enough. Let's see, I think that's channel 2 that returns. Okay, yeah, see, that's not wired right. That should be engaging these two underneath thrusters pointing up, and that's the reason. It's supposed to help it up and over that, that catch that we built. Okay, yeah, now it wants to let go. It's not quite enough. So maybe I could stand to lower those tires one peg. Because, yeah, that's really stuck in there now. Which is what we want. But, you know, at the same time, we need to be able to get back home, so... Okay, so as far forward as I have them, just down one more peg. Or nudge. Up. Okay, so that ought to do it. Alright, let's give that a test run, shall we? Up and over. Oh, I couldn't even see. But it's definitely up and over. Okay, we'll make sure that wasn't a fluke. I'll bump that up a couple more times. Make sure it stays parked. Ooh, wow, that thing really wanted to jump there. I might have to put a bumper tire here in the front. I don't know. Uh-oh, that did not hold. Okay, it's not damaging. Whoops. So sometimes putting a floor piece on here makes a big difference in how it behaves. And exactly where the tire gets placed. So I'm going to try to flush this up and do this. Actually, I don't think that's going to matter. It's the same spacing. Now that's too high up, but I think that's what I wanted. Only down a peg. So we might have to green light the floor build. Honestly, I think that's the same. No, see, it is a little bit different. So I want that perfectly centered if at all possible. So yeah, we need the floor build in there just to act kind of like as a dummy build. And I don't know why it does this, guys. But I will take advantage of this little thing just to get the tires in where I want. I didn't do that right. Okay, now half of the tire should be at the top of the white build. Really couldn't see that one. Okay, I'll go ahead and give that a test run. Okay, there it is. So if you have the tires too high and it's just too snug, and then you lower them one nudge and it's just too loose, remember that floor build will help you kind of find like the middle of those two things. So that's definitely a lifesaver. It annoys me, but at the same time it's nice to have that in-between nudge, so to speak, at our disposal for a case just like this. So now guys, I think that's it. I think I got this vehicle to where it's going to park reliably. You know, I'll test a couple more times, but I can see it kind of lifting up and over that catch. Oh, wait a minute. Why is there a backwards thruster firing? Did y'all see that? Wait a minute. That's a return thruster. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. And honestly, I don't even need that there. I might have just threw that up temporary. Actually, I probably have too many thrusters on this thing at this point. I think I threw these up here. Because it still didn't have some undercarriage thrusters installed yet. Which I still don't, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Where can I put about 4 more thrusters? I really wish I knew how to put thrusters on these walls. But when I've tried this before, I just wasn't finding a good green... Oh, wait a minute. No. A good green light. I don't know if it'll let me place them here. I mean, that's doable. Yeah, see, it's not quite catching. Try the wood, maybe? Huh? Wait a minute, we might have found a sweet spot here. Oh my goodness. Okay, but that's the only sweet spot. But hey, it's a sweet spot. Maybe I can get away with another one on the side here. Oh my goodness. Well, that solves the thruster problems. Okay, so those should be chaptered out to sea already. And they are. Okay, that's good enough for me for now. And that got rid of all those extra ugly thrusters all over the place. Alright, so let's see how this hits now. Okay, so it still wants to jump, but it's not as severe. Let's make sure the catch works. The catch does not work. Why does the catch not work now? Unbelievable. I don't know if this is going to help or hurt. Okay, so it really had to work its way up and over that catch. But wow, it's got a hold of it now. That's probably just too much. I won't be able to get it back out. Okay, but I do have an idea now. I should be able to lower those tires. That other, like, half nudge. So in other words, get rid of the floor piece. And have them so they're a little bit lower than center. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, just like so. Let's see how that works with the catch now. I might have just finally cracked the code. And yes, I actually feel like I'm trying to crack a code here. Okay, so that's got a hold of it. A good hold of it. Question is, can we get out? Oh, it's trying so hard. Maybe like another thruster or two down there just to lift the back end up as it's trying to go. That might solve all our woes here. Oh, that's odd. Okay, do that for channel 2. Return trip. Let's give her a rip. There it goes. That's what it took, just a little bit more undercarriage thrust. Alright, a couple more test runs here. A, to make sure it stays parked. And then B, to make sure we can get back home. And then, guys, I'm going to call this stream good. Like, this is the hard part of the upper station right here. Trying to get the vehicle to park and stay put. Again, so that we can, you know, get to work on exactly how we want to design the station platforms here. And, guys, I think we nailed it. It doesn't take damage. You know, it clears the sidewalls perfect. Everything's nice and center. Everything's copacetic. So yeah, when I come back on next Wednesday, actually I might even do an unscheduled stream between now and then, but we might be getting into, you know, doing the actual station building. And guys, the platform works the same as the lower station. It's all the same design as this. So, you know, I'm going to put the half wall here, stair step it down 2 builds, half wall, stair step it out more 3 more builds. And then that will encompass the entire vehicle. And it'll be awesome. So I'm about a peg off there, but that's just because it's not completely snug here, and that's okay. I can totally live with that. It is definitely good enough for government work. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the only station tire we need on the upper station. That's it. The only support. So now, surprisingly, when you log out, log back in, or leave render distance, you'll find that this will still hold. Just having the tires under there somehow saves it. I don't know why. Just, you know, it's the way it's always been. But I've never had this glitch through the track. I've never had it, you know, glitch through the station builds. As long as I've had some kind of tire underneath the vehicle, like we do just right there. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and, again, call this one good. We've been on about 2 hours. You know, I might just finish out the platform here so I can show you what I'm talking about, and then next week that'll open us up to just do the walls, the roofing, you know, and kind of the interior decor and whatnot. I really want to show you guys that fireplace. I was really happy with how that came out as an aesthetic. So of course that can be applied to this building, but really any old building you want to put down in Lego Fortnite. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead and do that? Since we're all here, we're all together, one big happy family. I do want to relocate, however. Let's go ahead and put the bottom breaker far enough out where we're not going to be worrying about fusion here. Oh, now it doesn't want to release. Huh. Okay, maybe you just have to play with it a little bit. Well, the good thing is it definitely catches. Like, you're not going to roll backwards on this design. The bad news is getting out might or might not work first time. But honestly, again, I can live with that. In the interest of making sure it stays parked where I want it. Okay, so again, getting back to that stair-step design, another reason I wanted to leave the vehicle close is so I can see it. So, you know, if that's the floor, then the floor overlaps the half-wall piece. And we go down here and we have to put that dummy build down. And come down 2 nudges. So I'm basically building the lower platform in reverse order. So I'll go ahead and hit up the wooden half wall here. And once I get these favorited, that'll save a ton of time moving forward. Okay, so again, we're just going to marry this up now. Yeah, man. Work with me here, partner. And then, again, we're going to need that dummy build. Actually, right? Yeah, I guess just to make sure I'm spacing it right. No, I shouldn't need that. That should be 4 nudges up instead of 6. You're probably like, what is he talking about right now? So yeah, we're not going to go in. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And wow, once again, I really cannot see my grain here, but I can see it good enough, apparently. Like, I saw the difference that time. Okay, let's get under here so we can see what we're doing with our nudging. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, 4. Okay, now, just, you know, for test run, I'll go ahead and park that in there and make sure that the second floor lines up. It should. But, again, you don't want to build the entire structure, then realize you made a boo-boo. So always measure, check, and then you're safe to build. And see, I didn't do something right. It's too low. How did I get that wrong in my brain? Oh. I see what I did. I wasn't accounting for the dynamic. That's right, I totally forgot. I need a foundation piece there. And again, I'm not going to actually build here because there's fusion warning. You don't want the vehicle to fuse to the station. That'll pop all your tires, it'll ruin your whole day. See, I'm not going to do that. But I will go ahead and at least make sure I've got the space right this time before I release the vehicle. Release the Kraken. So now I should be able to do that trick with the 4 nudges. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I should be able to eyeball that and make sure it lines up with the floor across the way. And yeah, it's about like it is up here. So that's the element I was missing there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll put those 2 more thrusters just to give it a little bit extra oomph to make sure it makes it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this right. Wait a minute, I feel like I'm wasting builds here. What is going wrong? Now I can't remember how I did this on the lower station. That was only like 2 weeks ago. I must have put an extra floor build in there. It's the only thing I can think of. So either way, a build is a build is a build. But at least this looks more uniform. Okay, hopefully I can get this completed now, stair-stepped all the way down, and then once again I'll park the vehicle, make sure it's all copacetic. Ooh, lightning danger. I think that got the floor build. It did not get the floor build. That time I got the floor build. Boy, that lightning strikes and it messes up like what you're trying to snap to. Okay, so once again I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Floor build, or excuse me, half wall. And then dummy floor build or hidden floor build. Whoopsie, where did that just go? Uh-oh. Ouch. Oh, fall damage. What is that, 4? I'm still way under budget on those. Oh, I didn't go back far enough, did I? Yeah, that's fuse danger there. No bueno. Okay, once again, making sure my green is right. Because grain matters. Okay, and again, we're just checking this right now for proper height. To make sure we can step right onto our vehicle. Okay, nothing's hitting, nothing's banging, nothing's crunching. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Make sure that catches as per the usual. Yeah, I think I nailed it. There it is, guys. So now we've got all is well in the world. We've got our platforms everywhere, you know, it's needed. Now we're safe. What we can do here is just go ahead and put markers down. Now, I don't know if these corners are going to clear, just like that issue we had on the other station, so I'm going to move everything back 2 nudges. But yeah, with railing especially. Now, this should be safe to do because we're, you know, hecka far away from our vehicle. But we should be able to just go ahead and put our railing in, willy-nilly. Cover up anything that doesn't have a door, and remember those 2 pegs. So that's about what we want that to look like. And you can just kind of line up the fill-ins. Eyeball it or whatever you want to do there. Just like so. And there's your gate. And of course the stairs. I like my Sugi. We all know this by now. And that's going to line up with the railing. So now there should be, you know, plenty out of the way of any interaction with roof pieces as the thing's going in and out of the station. I say should. You know, it's not always a perfect science, but, you know, there will be some tests here to make sure. Okay. Oops. I kind of forgot about this, if I'm being honest. I forgot the stairs. Okay, and then of course stair railing. I definitely like to match suit, so these are my go-tos. And now I should be okay from fuse danger on that. But I'm not risking it. I'm not going to sit here and watch all my tires pop. So I'm actually going to release the Kraken one more time, release the vehicle. And then I'm going to put these railings in here just to make sure nothing's going to interact. You know, I'm going to drive the vehicle in and out a couple more times. But yeah, we should be golden. I didn't line up the gates up here, but that's okay. I can just throw up a dummy build for now, just to see what the roof pieces are going to do in relation to that. And I want to do the other side too, because again, I'm testing the ability of the vehicle to get in and out of here without wrecking builds. What, do we have a little guy there? Yeah, we sure do. Right? I think so. And then again, just for science. I'm going to come in real slow. Well, not real slow. I need to make sure it's not going to break. Yep. Not a peep. Okay, so we're golden, guys. That's it. Now, you know, to finish the station off, I would just continue out with the floor pieces here, doing my every other one on the designs. Of course, I would pop in all the wall pieces, and of course the dummy floor builds underneath, which you can't see right now because they're covered up, but that's it, guys. That's the basic outline of the building. There's my platform. I've got a 3x. You know, at this point I would just rail in the rest. And again, you can do this with the vehicle park. This part won't matter. And I should be able to extend that railing all the way out to the end, theoretically. And I should have no issues with breakage coming into the station. Now that might be sticking out a bit far for that, so I might be eating my own words here in just a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that with the other side. I really can't see how that goes. Okay. That should clear. Let's see what happens on the trial run. Because should and does can be two different things in this game. Come on, baby, release. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're golden. Nice and smooth ride. The only thing I'm still not happy with is the vehicle's ability to get out of stations. So yeah, probably another thruster or two, perhaps. Or maybe I just need to relocate two thrusters. There's a thought. Maybe if they're, you know, closer to the back end of the vehicle, it'll give it more sway to get the butt end up and out of the station. Only one way to find out. Whoops, what just happened there? I'm double fisting my torches. That's what that looks like when you double fist your torches. And that actually means my inventory is completely full. That's not awesome. Wow, I am really full in inventory. One thing I don't like about sandbox mode, why am I getting the materials? I don't understand. Like, there should be a way to shut this off. Alright. Oops. I couldn't help myself. It was there. Anyway, what was I doing? Testing something? Oh, right. Thrusters. Okay, so again, keeping in with my let's not ram the vehicle into its parking place method. A nice, easy touchdown. Make sure that catch works. Oh yeah. Perfect. And then let's see how the return goes now. Yep, it made it. Okay, let's make sure that wasn't a fluke. Oh, whoops. It needs to settle down a little bit before I let the thruster loose. Okay, there we go. I'll make sure it settles down. Now let's try to get out of here once again. Alright, perfect. See how it just barely makes it up and over that. So that's it, guys. That's our station. That's our skeleton build. And again, I will... Oh, man, I might have to rip that tree out. That's a sad day. If I can find a way to incorporate this tree into the build, I am absolutely going to do that. But for now, yeah, I feel like we've gone on long enough here, guys. I just really wanted to get the skeleton down, you know, the catches, etc. So offline, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish out, you know, the rest of it. I'll put the little wall builds in here for the funnel, or whatever we want to call that, the parking space. You know, I'll finish out this platform to go all the way into the ends here like it should. And then when I come back on next week, we can go ahead and build the walls and the roof. And I'll probably be flying over here an awful lot to, you know, make sure I'm doing it right, because I don't want to have to rebuild that 50 times. But yeah, ultimately, this is what I want us to be able to end up with. It's going to be a 3x on either side. I'll show you how I got the chandeliers in there. I'll show you how I lit the whole thing, because these candles really don't light it. That was just, you know, so it looked like there was something in there to light it. And they probably help a little, but yeah, I'll show you how I vaulted the ceiling and the whole nine. And again, I really want to show off the fireplace, guys. Just the fact that, you know, it's an actual working fireplace, and you could actually go ho ho ho, and, you know, fall down and burn yourself on the campfire down there. To me, that's just awesome. You know, it's an actual, no kidding, working fireplace. So yeah, from the front, of course, it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing. But to me, that just really finished off the design and the idea here. So yeah, I'm going to try to replicate all of that. I'll show you how I did the food counters, just the whole 9 yards. So guys, I know it's super late night stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. That is always appreciated. And guys, as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy building. Peace out, y'all.